Hello and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. Today, we have a trial to do, the first of two trials that we're going to be dealing with. So last time, remember, we were ending today's investigation of day one. And now, we are going to get into trial with a twist. As we go into the first half of part 2, Bridge to the Turnabout. February 9, 9:47 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Oh my, Mr. Larry feels that way about me.
Apparently, he isn't aware of your real secret at all. This is no time to be embarrassed.
I'm sorry. I just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing.
Worry not. And in any case, whatever it was that he saw on the night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him.
Does that mean Mr. Larry is the witness today?
No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand.
Sister Bikini.
She claims to have seen the very instant in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Dunham, correct?
That is correct. It wasn't me.
Very well then.
Mr.
Yes.
You are a prosecutor, aren't you? Are you sure about that? If your true identity is revealed.
Don't worry. I've made the necessary arrangements.
I see.
It is a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I am a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people, and to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once. I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I am fit to do the task I have been entrusted.
Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands.
February 9th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. of Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case.
Indeed.
I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. It would seem this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I am ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court finds the defendant. Ah, shit!
There she is.
The prosecution stands ready.
Rei-Mei.
You are...
Mei. Franziska von Karma. Prosecuting prodigy.
Von Karma, you say? Perchance you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor, Manfred Go von Karma?
Legends are a thing of the past. I am von Karma. That is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purpose of prosecuting this case.
You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before.
Or am I just imagining things?
You look very much like a prosecutor I met once.
I believe you are imagining things, Your Honor.
Miss von Karma, do you have anything to say?
There is no such reaching as this man among those of the prosecutor's office.
There isn't, but I'm sure once before in this courtroom.
I told you, there is no such rigging.
What is that? Habib! I'm not sure I care for a thing in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip. Mortar!
I have no objection to the whip.
You don't.
The prosecution can wield the whip or drink 17 cups of coffee.
He should know.
He should know, folks. He should know.
He smirks. But there's still only one truth. That is what I stand here to prove today.
This promises to be interesting. Reiji meets Rugi. I had expected to face Naruhodo Yuichi here today. But looking at you now, I want to suck you off right now.
Well, I mean,
maybe this is what I have been waiting for all this time.
Can we wait till later?
Of course.
Reiji Mitsurugi! I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers. I see you brought your flair for the histrionic. Allow me to add to the things I'm not sure about. People acting bizarrely in my court. Ah!
The stage is set. Now continue with the proceedings, Your Honor.
I just walked in. Very well, Miss Von Karma. Please give an outline of this case. With as little whipping as possible.
The murder victim is the famed picture book author, Miss Elias Zonem.
Damn.
Her body was found in the Hazukura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue.
The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene.
There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Ais. After all, there is a witness to her crime.
Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney.
Witness, state your name and occupation, please.
Hold on here. I'm not sure about being no chef. I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight. I am standing up nice and straight. If I recall correctly. There are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain plagued witness. Bailiff! Fetch a crate for this poor lady, please.
Thank you. Once again, your name and occupation, please. It's me. Well, I'm the headman of the Court Temple on Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone.
The name, yes. It's like the face doesn't fit the body. Or vice versa. But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now.
The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave the sanctuary at once.
You want me to leave?
No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in summer.
In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question.
That's right. I can still hardly believe it's myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that.
Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh? I had to make sure I said it right. After all, I'm still waking up. Tell us about... Plus, I'm having lunch too.
That night I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but... Well, as you can see, my acolyte to act up. Violently. So, I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Obscura Temple. There's no bath at the inner temple, you see. And I needed a long, hot soak. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it!
Just a quick check before I continue. Let me make sure I have every little item. Okay. Just making sure. So it was simply coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple?
Yes, you could say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed at the other temple.
That sounds like a pretty important statement you just made.
There is only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you're not about to fall at the first hurdle now, are you? Reiji Mitsurugi?
Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination. Well, you know what? Monty!
You left Iris to help. With what?
What do you think? The acolyte training, of course. It was just past 10 p.m., so we were starting to enter into the training exercises proper.
Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple?
Well, the job is simply to watch over the acolytes so that they don't pass away.
Just to confirm this point again. That night, you met Iris in the inner temple, correct?
Yes. She's a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my directions. I'm very proud of her, don't you know?
Ma'am, I have to stop you right there.
Bikini!
Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all.
Well. Don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. Would you like to see me in my bikini?
Oh, that's okay.
I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of the Hazakura Temple.
In that case, Miss Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the light out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all.
No! She said that? At the defendant or witness? So it's more likely to lie. So you suppose the defendant is simply lying to cover her back?
But that is completely illogical. Whatever you say, Spock. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi.
What, that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie.
She does indeed have honest eyes. Sir!
All people lie. That is my belief.
You know, she's not wrong there. She's not wrong there. All people lie.
Why am I the only one being gifted here?
Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie.
means. We must call your memory into question.
Yes, yes. You're older than me, and yet you want to play that game, do you?
Well, that is exactly what I...
My memory is perfect. Crystal clear, especially in winter.
Then, I suppose it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me a more decisive piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick. Then please add your comments about Iris to the testimony. And let us return to the cross-examination. So attitude, it's...
That night I was helping an athlete with her training in the inner temple.
We back that up. That's what she says.
Iris came to the inner temple. She was dressed exactly as she had been at dinner.
Are you sure that you're not making a mistake?
You, young man, need to get your estimation of me up from the floor. Iris always wears the same curls. The smallest thing out of place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake. Thinking I made a mistake.
An excellent fish there, witness.
Still, I have to wonder.
So you're saying she was dressed like she should have been? But I have a problem with this. Idiot! Witness, let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon-warding hood, correct?
Of course. That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Wait a minute. Hold it right there. Why do you have that?
That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night, before the lights out bell was rung.
What?
You'll know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness had seen the defendant as she claims, then the iris she saw should have been missing this very hood. Now I understand that happy like this every time.
Order! Order the court! Witness, your response!
Sister. This hood. You have spare ones around the temple, don't you? Spares? Well, I do tend to make so many of them.
I say! A stockpile! A surplus of goods, eh?
Each man is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that I own.
Then this is quite strange.
If there was a surplus of goods, then she could have won one of those. There's no contradiction here.
I'm sorry to break this to you, me, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness? While I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt, you must give every detail with precision.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath on your way back to the inner temple.
Those seeds of doubt are sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation. Okay.
I finished my bath around 11 and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and Iris was Bikini! And with that sort of old things.
She did a Sephiroth.
Bikini was staying in the corner room which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window.
You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be much like Miss Von Karma whipping Mr. Ezra in two and court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Well, something like that. This judge, his imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoe.
I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. After I gave him a hand job. Anyway, this case is mine. Reiji Mitsurugi.
Calling everyone by their full name. Can't you do something about that habit of yours? I know, right? It's like that's really an annoyance right there. Like, okay, why do you have to call me by why do you have to call me by my full name? It's like if I was called by my full name on YouTube, I will look them straight in the eye like, what the fuck did you just call me? Nobody has the right to call me by my first name except for me. And those are my family. And on top of that, if I fucked up in some way, then you have a reason to call me by my full name. But don't call me by my full name. Disclaimer. Let me press on that just to get that out of the way.
This is the second time that the witness has testified to seeing the defendant.
But some doubt remains in these claims.
Hey, what does that mean? Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the right to.
The murderer who stabbed the victim with the sword. Sister Bikini, try to recall exactly who it was you saw as clearly as you can.
Oh, you're a handsome young man. So I'll forgive you. Oh, now that you mention it, there was something awfully strange about her. Something that has been bugging me all this time.
Please, don't keep us in suspense.
How old? How old? That's right! It's coming back to me! something was out of place. But it all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, she given that hood away to someone, right? Yo suck your uncle Reiji and Mei.
What do you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Is this testimony important?
It's important. They initially appeared to put me at a disadvantage. But I can't see any other leads at the moment. Your Honor, I would like these new statements to be added to the testimony. If you want to hang yourself, you'll need only to ask. I'll gladly lend you my gift.
Witness, add that statement to your testimony.
No problem.
Just knock that out the way.
Now that you mention it, Iris didn't have her hood on.
What makes you so sure of all this?
It's just like I told you earlier. I heard a noise from the courtyard. Okay? Just like that. You're one smart sister. I'll give you that. The autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from around 6 feet in height.
It appears that the witness was not mistaken then.
Yep. I'm more than just a pretty face, especially in makeup. I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of Hazakura Temple.
There's only 2 of them working there.
What's wrong, Reiji and Mei? No snappy comeback remark?
It doesn't feel like she is one. It's a very powerful testimony, too.
Claims to have seen the instant in which the defendant stabbed the victim.
There are only 2 things I can believe in right now. My client's eyes and my own abilities as a defense attorney.
Iguri!
Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say, anyway.
Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in winter.
However, I think you are overlooking one thing. Miss Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at the autopsy report?
The autopsy report.
The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed.
That's right! It says of the death right here!
The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall?
Ah!
Order! Order! The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree?
That is the logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. And she was then thrown out of her window down into the courtyard below.
Were there any signs of a struggle in Miss Dunham's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, Miss Von Karma, was there any blood? Ah!
No traces of blood were found in the victim's room.
Your Viva has just caused traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff field. However, if there was no blood in the room, then clear! Ah!
I'm sure there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure your Honor is well aware. Again, a stab wound produces the most blood.
When it produces the most blood,
very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
Indeed. With the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on a wound.
that's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking.
We have come to a conclusion then.
The victim was thrown out of the window with the sword still in place. This removes all of the contradictions. Order! 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 I must admit that this is a probable version of events.
I'd expect no less from Mei von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point.
It seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Remove all supposition on your part and tell us only the facts, please. Witness, please, remain standing on the crate.
Don't go selling me short now. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape, especially my back and my mood. Sister, please, give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here.
With the whip.
All right.
I don't want to make her sound like a crone, okay?
When I looked across at the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mr. Giddy. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I faced it. You can't blame me, can you? And when I woke, Mr. Gamey was stabbing Mr. Giddy through the back.
This all confirms Miss von Karma's theory.
Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection.
Yeah, saw your side.
Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Reiji Mitsurugi.
Perfection is an impossibility, Mei von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that.
So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood?
That's right! Some of it had splattered onto the iris. When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room, and her blood-speckled clothing was neatly folded in the corner.
Her clothes were not that seems quite conclusive to me.
What shall I do?
Press this point further. Press further! Going back to your previous statements,
You said that you saw little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now, you say you saw the bleeding.
Well, no. I say that what I saw is what I saw.
What did you say?
Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her penis day.
Pulling the sword out?
Well, it wasn't exactly pulling it. It was more like it came out.
Witness, you are add this statement to your testimony.
Oh. Was that important?
More important than you can imagine. KBS World.
I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hilt was smoothly drawn out.
Monte! Smoothly, you say. You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out.
That's right. The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Miss Bikini. Miss Bikini was on the ground and Iris was stooped over her. The sword was slid up to the hip. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Miss Bikiny's body. It slid out from that gaping wound!
It goes without saying that if the sword was removed, there would be bleeding.
Nothing out of place here.
If that really is the case, I can't help but feel that something about his testimony is very out of place. That something which couldn't possibly have happened appears to have happened. It went to 3. It should have went 3-3-8, but it went to 3. Instead of showing 3-8. Well, beauty! Sister Bikini, you are a reliable witness. At least, I'd like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here.
What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar! But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. What contradictions are you talking about?
In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon was thrust up to its hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. Like a dick from a dick to a pussy. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. Like a dick to a pussy. What do you mean? Please, explain Explain yourself. To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone to the hilt with this? No matter how I look at it, the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that. Doesn't appear. What meaningless drivel. I, too, may appear to be weak and frail. But I can crush men under my heel and make them weep, should I so choose. The objection stands! I want the needle back there. I must be... That isn't the only issue here. If the sword was truly stabbed into the body up to the hilt, yeah, you would see more blood. Well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly. It'd be red. It'd be halfway red. If not halfway, it'd be a quarter ways red. We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when a blade is left in a body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. After all, it is a shishito. Or a shichito. But I'm saying it, grammatically, shichi. Shichi, like shishi. But it's shichito. That's nothing more than conjecture. In reality, the victim was stabbed with a shichito. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly like a stick, and may still sometimes stop the blood loss. I'm not finished. There is still one more conclusive contradiction. You've still got more? This one is simple. If the sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, it would have gone balls deep. Why is there only blood on the tip of it? If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword. No!
raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could maybe manage one, if that.
But what does this all mean? You have proven contradictions regarding the murder weapon, but
Having come this far, there can only be one answer. And that is
the weapon used to kill the victim was not the shishito. What?
a foolish idea born from the foolish mind of the foolhardy foolish fool.
And I happen to be that fool, born from a foolishly foolish idea.
Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon? It's because Mr. Amy was holding it. Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that the shishito was the murder weapon. So maybe the shishito was not the murder weapon. Even if that's the case, it changes nothing, Reiji and Mei. The sister here saw everything. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object.
That's true. Your response, Mr. Azul.
If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises.
The obvious question?
Yes. Namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found.
Answer the question, Miss Ankama.
No evidence of that kind was found.
Another mystery to throw onto the fire. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast.
Excuse me. Should I say something? I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was just over there.
What exactly are you going on about here?
The murder weapon, I mean! I think I might know where the sword was disposed of.
You what? The whips? Well then.
I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister.
Impossible! What else? What else could this old woman have seen?
I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile.
Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time.
Well, I'm not in the best of shape. What with my back and age, you know. Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph.
Yep. A snowmobile, I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory.
The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple and run all the way to Dusky Bridge.
Thank you.
That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon.
Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Mr. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please. Lally Hall. Monty! Refresh our memory. How long were you knocked out for?
Like I said, somewhere between 10 to 20 minutes. It's possible to get there to the beach and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile.
I have to concede that it is more than enough time.
Is there only ways to conceal Reiji Mitsurugi?
Yori! I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder.
You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Reiji Mitsurugi.
However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks?
What do you mean?
Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back.
You're right. You are forgetting one thing, Reiji Mitsurugi. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. It removes your precious contradiction, now doesn't it?
That's it. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow.
What do you have to say now, Reiji Mitsurugi?
Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. There's a contradiction. The tracks to the river were covered by snow. What a nice theory. However, Mei, that is impossible.
Would you care to explain? Why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction?
No need. The evidence will do all of the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Breach. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. Air star. Yori!
Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime.
Like I said, it was around 11.
Of course. This means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder.
The weather report.
Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped at around 10:15. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Ah! Order! Order! Very well then. It looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. Oh, that was bad. You deserve that.
It's supposed to be close in this trial code for snow. Reiji and Mei, how pathetic of you to rely on the theater of all things. Answer me this, then. When is a weather report ever correct?
Touche! 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 Yes. That's a valid point. When is a weather report ever correct? No. You got it wrong. This isn't a forecast. This is actual data.
Forecast data. All weather reports have some inaccuracies.
True.
It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m.
It's about the same as here in California. It's true. We cannot be totally sure. Yeah? But it's true, though. I'll take today for example. It was raining earlier. Around, say, 8:50. And it stopped around 10:50 this morning. I remember because I was answering the call of nature. So therefore, sometimes when it says it's going to be, say, sunny, and it's not really sunny, that's an inaccuracy. What? What did she pull out? It had stopped snowing at Hasakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this. There's no turning back. Very well. I, too, cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning the testimony.
Ha. You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Rei-Mei.
Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. Where is your evidence that it had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed?
Igiori! Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed.
That's right. But proving that is
Incredibly easy. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course. I am referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow, with just one exception, and that is the victim herself, Miss Elise Dunham. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed. That's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph, there should be 2 sets of tracks. Over! Just what? Just what are you suggesting, Reiji-Mei? To be honest, I am not entirely sure myself. What? This is simply what all of the facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hakakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing. Of course it was. Because those tracks were erased by the snow. Then, when this person returned to Hakakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained. And I say something. This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What of sister? There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder. Which can only mean that night
Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple.
But Iris said that she never went there. I probably should press on this point some more when I get the chance.
The snowmobile can cross the suspension bridge. So she must have left it on the Hazakura side on the bridge and crossed on foot.
That sounds right.
But what's all this when I left when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple? I didn't see anything near Dusty Bridge. You must have just failed to see its history. Maybe. But when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there, by the main gate. The snowmobile, I know what I saw. It was covered in snow too.
But that isn't possible! Order in the court! What does it all mean?
So then, what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. 2 sets. Let's say feet. But it says. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we've learned all we can from this witness.
Yes. I have nothing more to add. I've told you everything that I know.
But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. Was there no one out walking perhaps near Dusky Bridge on that night?
I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that. Unless they had something really important to do.
That's a shame.
Hold on. Something is coming to me.
An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us.
Really? You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder?
I don't know for sure if he saw it or not. But there are two things about him that do come to mind. Which are, first, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder.
And the second thing?
This individual that I am thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about?
We're talking about...
Yeah, we all got that one friend.
My friend since grade school. I don't remember how we became friends though. True right.
This guy must be a what the fuck? What the This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc Deluxe Guide to Obnoxious French Painting.
This is Larry Books, a disciple of the victim, Elise Dunham.
A student? Interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder?
I could tell them all about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was, perhaps, searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason.
And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it that he saw?
I intend to extract that from him right here in this courtroom.
Summon this wolf as a witness immediately.
I have no choice, do I?
I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him.
Very well.
Larry. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you.
The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Miss Von Karma, please see to preparing
Let me read that again. Miss Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness.
Understood, Your Honor.
Good. Well then, court is now in recess. And that's part 1. So I'm actually going to stop right here. And in the second half of this trial, we shall meet with this unfortunate jackass of a witness. Stay tuned for more as we continue this in a moment. Thanks for watching.